Did you know that over 85% of motorcycles on the road today still use a chain drive, despite belt and shaft systems being quieter, cleaner, and sometimes even longer lasting? Yep, most riders stick with what's familiar, but what if that choice is secretly costing you power, money, or worse, reliability when you need it most? In this video, we're putting the three motorcycle drivetrains head to head, chain versus belt versus shaft, and breaking down which one actually makes sense for your ride style. So before you buy your next bike, or keep blindly trusting your current setup, watch this till the end. One of these drive systems might be holding your motorcycle back more than you think. First, let's understand what is a final drive. Alright, let's start with the unsung hero of your motorcycle. No, not the exhaust that wakes up your neighbors. It's something way less flashy, but 10 times more important. The final drive. Every time you twist the throttle, your engine roars to life. But the engine doesn't get you moving. That job belongs to the final drive, the critical system that transfers power from the transmission straight to the rear wheel. No final drive, no go. Simple as that. There are three main types of final drives you'll find on motorcycles: chain drive, belt drive, and shaft drive. And while they all do the same job, getting power to the road, they each go about it in wildly different ways. Think of it like sending a message. One uses Morse code, one sends a text, and one shows up at your door with a handwritten letter. But why does it matter which one your bike has? Because the final drive doesn't just move your motorcycle, it defines how it rides. It changes how smooth the power feels, how much maintenance you'll be doing, how much horsepower you're actually using, and even how much money you'll be bleeding at the repair shop. Now, here's where it gets interesting. One of these systems quietly steals up to 25% of your engine's power before it ever touches the road. And no, it's not the one most people suspect. So before you assume the one on your bike is the best, or get sold on something you'll regret, let's break down all three and find out which one is truly worth your ride. Let's start with the most common, and the one that's cursed in every garage across the world. Chain drive. They use two sprockets, one on the transmission and one on the rear wheel, linked together by a metal chain. This setup is ultra efficient, losing as little as 1/4% of your engine's power. That means almost every horse makes it to the rear wheel. No slouching. Now here's why riders love it. It's tunable. You can change gearing easily for more low-end grunt or more top-end speed. It's cheap to replace, and it thrives in all kinds of conditions: rain, mud, dirt, apocalypse, whatever. But, and here's the greasy part, they are high maintenance. You've got to lube them, clean them, adjust them, and keep everything perfectly aligned. One misstep, and you're wearing out sprockets faster than your tires. Still, for sport bikes, off-roaders, and custom builds, the chain drive is king. But if the chain is so efficient, why do premium cruisers and touring bikes avoid it like it's contagious? Let's talk about the quieter cousin next. The belt drive. They use a strong toothed rubber belt to connect two pulleys, one on the engine, one on the wheel. You'll find this setup on cruisers like Harleys, Indians, and Victory bikes. And for good reason. The pros? Minimal maintenance, no oil, no grime, no weekly rituals with a brush and lube can. It runs whisper quiet and delivers power more smoothly than a chain. And with proper care, it can last over 100,000 kilometers. Yes, really, but here's the catch. And there's always a catch. Belt drives lose more power during transmission, around 9–15%. They're also more expensive to replace. And if a tiny rock gets in there, game over. It's not if the belt tears, it's when. So sure, the belt is the gentleman of drivetrains, until it snaps mid-ride because you took a shortcut through a gravel road. Now you might be wondering, what's smoother than a belt but tougher than a chain? Let's turn to the beast that's built for brutal miles and zero fuss.
The shaft drive. They use a rotating metal shaft enclosed in a sealed housing, connected to the rear wheel via a bevel gear. It's all bathed in oil, sealed from the outside world like it's allergic to maintenance. Why is it the best? Virtually maintenance-free. Just check the gear oil every few services and you're golden. It's silent, smooth, and perfect for long-haul touring or rugged adventure rides. It can literally last the entire life of the motorcycle without needing a thing. But here's the price you pay. Literally. Shaft drives are expensive to produce and add serious weight. Plus, they suck up the most power. 20–25% loss before it even reaches the wheel. That's a whole horse or two gone without even revving. And if you're the kind of rider who likes to tinker or change gearing, forget it. With shaft drives, you ride it how the factory gave it to you. No upgrades, no swaps, no fun. So, if the chain gives you control, the belt gives you comfort, and the shaft gives you reliability, how do you actually choose which one's right for you?
Let's break them down head to head and crown a winner. Let's break it down point by point. No hype, no brand loyalty, just facts. Number 1, maintenance. Winner, shaft drive. Check the oil once in a blue moon and you're set. Runner-up, belt drive, tension and alignment. Matter, but no lubing mess. Last place, chain drive. Clean, lube, adjust, repeat, every few hundred miles. Number 2. Power loss. Winner, chain drive. Only 1–4% of power lost. Runner-up, belt drive, loses 9–15% depending on setup. Last place, shaft drive. Say goodbye to up to 25% of your engine's power. Number 3. Tunability. Winner, chain drive. You can swap sprockets in your garage. Runner-up, belt drive. Possible, but costly and limited. Last place, shaft drive. Changing gearing here is like trying to tune a brick. It's not happening. Number 4. Longevity. Winner, shaft drive. Often lasts the full life of the bike. Runner-up, belt drive. 100,000 plus km is realistic, with proper care. Last place, chain drive. Great if maintained, but where's the fastest? Let's discuss which one you should choose. Well, it depends on how and where you ride. Choose chain drive if you ride sport bikes, off-road, or love modding your setup. Also, you want maximum efficiency and control over gearing. And I don't mind rolling up your sleeves for regular maintenance. While you can choose belt drive if you prefer smooth rides on cruisers or commuters. Want a balance between comfort, durability, and low maintenance. Moreover, you stick to paved roads and want to avoid the greasy mess. Finally, choose shaft drive if you ride long distances, tour, or go on adventure trips. You value reliability and zero fuss above all else. And you're okay with a bit more weight and power loss in exchange for bulletproof performance. At the end of the day, no drivetrain is perfect. Each comes with trade-offs, but choosing the wrong one can ruin your ride. Choose smart, ride smarter. If this helped clear the confusion, hit that like button and let me know in the comments. Which drivetrain do you ride with and why? And if you're still not sure, don't worry. You can ask for suggestions in the comments section down below.